So hi, I wanted to give you a quick brief intro to the world of props. As you get into using these props for the different modalities, everybody's body's different, and Sir Iyengar was fantastic at bringing in the world of all of these different ways to access the body. So one of the main ones that I always use, and quite often you find in every yoga studio, is a yoga belt. So you will use the belt for extensions, everywhere you can't reach, if you can't reach the bottom of the foot, anything like that. You'll also use it for binding, right? So you can bind a limb, you can actually help binding other arms. You could also use it when you're trying to find lines, right? If you don't have a pole, you can find the lines going back and forth. So belts are really helpful. The other thing that's very common in every studio are yoga blocks. Right? They're pretty standard in size. You work them for your hands, for your feet, for range of motion, for accessing them, for working with balance. Some of the newer props that we've been seeing these days are these rounding oval props. They're kind of cool. They do the same things. They're a little bit taller. Same about width, right? But you can roll with these. So if you're working with the hands, these are also nice to place under the back. It's more ergonomic, right? Not only for the wrist, but also the back and the spine if you want to open up the back. So I like these. I've been playing with these lately too. These are all the props that are in my home office. So this is what they call a Dharma wheel. Also, for use of balance, really deep back bending, really rolls, so it's very ergonomic. It fits nicely with the vertebrae. So this is another big one that's very commonly used. Obviously, an eye pillow. You want a nice eye pillow, very pliable. Usually, they are filled with flax seeds and or rice and fresh herbs, usually fresh lavender or fresh mint. I prefer the lavender. And I like the ones that have a zipper, because then I could always actually refresh it myself. If I buy some fresh lavender, I'll just throw it in and refresh in my bag. A very common thing you will see in a studio also are sandbags. So sandbags are often used to deepen into a practice. It makes you less have to touch an individual to get them deeper in. So sandbags are kind of hard to manipulate and kind of heavy to hold. So of late, and what I have always recommended, are the Ravi blankets. These are a weighted blanket. This is specifically made by a yoga teacher for yoga teachers. This is 8.5 pounds of nice, beautiful, evenly distributed sand. You could, again, place it on your limbs when you're going deeper into practices. It's wonderful for a yin practice or a restorative practice, or just basically shavasana at the end. You'll place it here, you'll place it on your heart, you'll place it anywhere. Or just talking. As you can see, I've just naturally kept it here. Bolsters. Bolsters are the pillows that you need. Same thing for deepening into practices. At the end of shavasana, it's wonderful to place it under your thigh or under your knee. And then we go a little bit into some other fun stuff. These are, and you can use them to sit for meditation. This is a newer prop that you've seen. These are called meditation benches. I like them because they're really portable. Fold it up. You could always keep it in your yoga bag. So I always like to carry one in my yoga bag. And I like it when I'm going to workshops, because not only can I sit on it to listen, but I could also use it like a little desk. So I love these little guys. We also have what we call the feet up. This feet up bench is a fun one. Not that many people use it. Not that many people have really taken the time to really learn it. But I do like it. It's very similar to an Iyengar bench. You'll place your head in here, hands here, and then you'll lift right on up for a nice headstand. But you could also use it for back bending. You could do your vinyasa flows using it if you don't have a chair. Now, there is the famous Iyengar chair. So basically, it's a wooden chair. You can buy a regular chair that actually has the back. There's so many YouTube channels on how to remove the metal backing, which is what I would probably recommend, because you could probably get a much more heavier duty one. But same thing, we do our practices using the chair as we step in it, do all these kind of beautiful moves with our chair, and actually helps you access it besides just sitting on it if you're very immobile. And lastly, if I'm going to recommend anything, I would always default to any type of mat that personally I prefer has alignment lines and alignment cues. It just makes your life easier when you're trying to figure out your body. There's enough going on in your body and in your practice when you're trying to practice and learn a pose. So the last thing you need to do is, where does my hand go? Where does my foot go? If you have these lines, they're beautiful prompts, and they just help you get in there and really stay safe in your body. So enjoy the world of props. When we go into the modalities, you're gonna love the exploration of it. But in the meantime, this is what we've got. This is what we have access to. And these are the tools of the trade. Welcome to the world of props.